going live.
Going live. Let's see if this actually works. Hey! Supposedly we're live. Supposedly we're live.
How far back? They haven't even gotten my hand waving yet.
No, you shouldn't. I hit go live after the hand waving. Yeah, so we're actually just right behind. A couple of seconds.
We're like 30 seconds behind.
Right.
Oh, okay. There it goes. There it goes.
There we go. All right. There we go.
Are we live?
Can I just say, again, YouTube, I don't know a nice way to say this. I'm not even going to try.
Hey, that was the first thumbs up.
I wanted to say YouTube Eda, but I'm not going to. I think you all.
Jeff would rather drink Budweiser than deal with YouTube right now, which we are going to.
I don't know if I'd rather, but we're probably going to. Welcome to Talking Heads, your once weekly live show for the latest in beer and tech news. I'm Jeff.
I'm John.
Episode 109. Welcome to the show, everybody. Let me know what you're drinking in chat. How's your day? All that good stuff. Do we even have chat? Because, good lord, Restream probably threw up on itself again. So let me go back to multi-streaming. Can I just say, YouTube, just...
All those people who sat there and said, I was first, are now gone.
And it's not even... YouTube, I hate you.
Fifth.
YouTube, I absolutely hate you.
Oh, does it get a different key?
No, it's not a different key, but it won't let me select the current live event on Restream because it doesn't detect that it's doing that. So all of a sudden my integrated chat is broken again.
You probably had to turn it on first, then start the live. Then
Yeah,
tell it.
but I had it on first, but it started streaming my 8 minutes of testing it beforehand to make sure it was actually going to work. Not the part that I actually said, go live! So last week's fail, I was going to retract my statements about how I was fed up with YouTube. I'm going to restate that I'm fed up with YouTube. Their new studio beta, everything about it, especially the live stream section of it. I had 20 people ready to view.
Yeah.
And okay, we're back up to 20 now, but it took 4 minutes to get there. I tested this beforehand. I was all ready to go. And the reason I wasn't able to stream with Studio Beta last week is a straight up UI fail. Now, John, they're not going to be able to see this. This is our preview window.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you notice some elements missing up here? Because I didn't. Oh, there's a go live button right there.
Hey,
that doesn't scale properly.
Yeah.
it's locked to the right hand side of the window.
And then they cut it off.
And if you have it in a 1080p window, you can't see any of the upper UI. And so I had no idea that button even existed because, well, I use multi-windows for my streams. Not only that, but before I would hit go live on OPS and I'm live. There was no... Now there's a secondary click that I have to do inside of the dashboard to make it all work. And I tried testing it before, and I hit go live, and all of a sudden it's trying to stream my 8 minutes of me going, okay, maybe this works, and swearing at YouTube.
Yeah, well, it's user-friendly.
I was going to issue an apology. No more. No more.
Well, what I like, too, is even at the corner, it looks like it's your icon.
Right.
And so you think that's the end.
Oh, that's just the...
Yeah. Oh, that's... Because that's the
standard
YouTube studio. Oh, that's
right.
The last thing over there.
Right.
Nope.
So, yep. So yeah, we've lost our Restream chat, so I'm going to try to... Good lord.
Oh, it's the money symbol. That's what it is. Okay.
Good lord. So, let's just open... Oops. Just open the live stream here. Bear with me. There we go. All right.
So we're just going to do that?
There's some YouTube chat. Here's some Discord chat.
So then we're going old
Maybe
school.
Next week this will work.
Maybe. Yeah, it'll be Steve.
It'll be Rhett, actually.
Oh, Steve. Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, if you guys miss a week, we just keep the schedule rolling. We don't bump back.
Oh, did Steve miss last week?
Yeah, because it was Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Because you guys aren't available on the Wednesday.
That's right. That's right.
You and your traditions.
Ugh, sorry, we celebrate Thanksgiving.
That's right. Well, we celebrated on Friday this year, so I can't really give you crap for celebrating on the wrong day. Anyway, welcome to the show. Sorry for the long-winded intro. If you are new to the show, once weekly live show, latest in beer and tech news. We try to keep the show as family-friendly as humanly possible. We do drink alcohol on the show, but we do keep the content and language to a bare minimum.
Yes.
Except for the first 3 minutes of my show last week.
We do try to warn you.
We do try to warn you, and if we're going to say anything, it's typically in context of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So, so just keep that in mind. We try to keep this family-friendly. Let us know what you are drinking in the chat. We do try to keep or give some shout-outs as they come in.
Yep.
And
doesn't have to be alcohol.
Doesn't have to be alcohol. It can be anything at all that you're drinking.
Water. We've had people say that plenty of times.
We've got water on the show tonight.
Yes. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Those German beers are horrible.
Yeah. I'm drinking water. There we go. Drinking some Jameson Stout Edition tonight. Excellent. Right. Got a bottle of that myself. Hubbard's Cave Triple IPA.
Oh, I wanted to get that.
Yeah, I saw that come out. Ginger chai.
Just coffee and water.
Just coffee. Nice. All right,
Jeff. How
do we want to start this?
So
why don't you intro? Why don't you give the intro?
So a while ago,
and I'll figure out which glassware I want to sully first.
A while ago, actually, the old studio, Budweiser introduced that they were partnering up with Jim Beam. We announced it as part of our news article. Then, I think in this studio a few weeks back, we announced that they were going to do another one. And it was going to be Jim Beam's and Budweiser's largest collaboration together. Their Budweiser's strongest beer. Wow. The most podunk way to drink this.
Mason jars.
And
I'm sorry, Bauman Farm Insider. I apologize for what's about to happen.
As is tradition, when I am on the show, I will most likely bring Jeff either something really good, but more likely something really bad that he doesn't want to drink.
Yep.
So I brought the Budweiser Black Lager 7.1% dark stout.
Now, this is the strongest Budweiser they've ever made.
Yes, this is the mass-produced.
Yes.
Now there have been specialty one-offs of 200 bottles.
Right, 9%.
9%, yeah. This is a mass-produced nationwide release. Highest Budweiser. The closest one is their Bud Platinum, which is 6%. Yep. So this is 1.1% higher. And for comparison, I did bring an original Jim Beam Copper Lager that was from the exact same purchase that we had on the show. I don't remember when. It was in the old studio.
Yeah.
So this is aged, vintage, right. At least a year.
I love how they try to make this sound a lot better than it is. This is a specialty lager brewed with toasted 2-row barley and aged to perfection on 6-year Jim Beam bourbon barrel staves for a flavorful chocolate rye and toasted malt taste, a dark auburn color, and an oaky aroma with coffee and chocolate notes, and a deliciously smooth finish.
Oh, yes. I love how it's aged on 6-year-old stout. Basically just little tiny chips.
Right. Yeah. They chipped up a bourbon barrel and tossed it into this and called it a copper lager.
Yeah, they probably here's one barrel per 200-gallon batch.
You know how much hops go into a Budweiser? It's about that same with the bourbon barrel chips.
Yeah. I know. I think it's 1 pound per batch.
Yeah.
Is what it ends up being.
Yeah.
So it's
well, normally about this time I'd break out the bottle opener, but...
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not very promising.
I really hope Jason's watching. Not your friend Jason, but my friend Jason.
Bits?
Yep. Really hope my Bits is watching tonight. I should tweet it out real quick. I should. I'm going to.
All right. I do not smell... Okay.
I don't smell any bourbon.
I don't smell any bourbon. I don't smell any chocolate notes. It just basically smells like a little bit darker roasted Budweiser.
Yeah, it tastes like a slightly maltier Budweiser. Or smells like a slightly maltier. Alright.
Okay.
You take it back?
It's not horrible. It's not great.
There we go.
It's not bad.
See if we can get Jason over here for comment. All right. Down the hatch. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. I've definitely had worse.
You know that malt is actually surprisingly good.
Right? It's okay.
It's okay.
It's not wow mind blowing, but it's
Right.
like, oh, I get a little chocolate.
Yeah. A little bit of chocolate, a little bit of a roasty. I'm not going to call it coffee.
No.
A little bit of roasty, malty.
Yeah, and don't they say it's rye?
I don't think they say rye.
Or no, I think caramel. Delicious chocolate notes, coffee, smooth.
I'm not getting
delicious.
coffee. I'm not getting
Oak.
coffee.
I don't get oak aroma.
No, I'm getting a coffee aroma.
Chocolate rye, yeah, and toasted malts.
Okay.
So it's probably chocolate rye malt.
There is no oak. There's no bourbon in here.
No, not whatsoever. None.
There's nothing. Nothing.
It's just a hint of chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't really taste the 7.1 though. It's super crisp up front, so it's that
It is.
Budweiser overcarbonated
Yes.
lager to where you don't taste anything till after a couple seconds.
If this warms up 10 degrees, it's going to be awful.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's going to be awful.
So,
Yeah.
but speaking of Budweiser
Yeah.
and their awesome innovations of beer, because barrel aging is
Hold on. Becky is drinking Truly.
cupcake,
Truly and
cupcake Chardonnay.
Cupcake Chardonnay looks like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mixed together.
Truly and white wine. Excellent. Let's see. SRG's got a KBS.
Nice.
Very nice. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I did find a
roll
bottle
comment.
of Canadian Breakfast Stout, a
Yep.
vintage one, where the Mounties on the label.
Ooh.
I was thinking about picking it up, but it's still $22 for the bomber. But speaking of Budweiser and their innovations, as they think they're busting out. Oh, is he tweeting already back?
Hope you got your big boy pants on.
Budweiser has been sending grain up into space for quite a few years now.
Mm-hmm.
And now they are taking another step forward into the brewing process. They claim that they want to be the first to brew a beer in space and be ready to brew a beer on Mars.
That's right.
So they are now, actually, I believe, as of today, I'd never heard anything about the launch not going.
Mm-hmm.
So they launched a shuttle to the International Space Station today with their new prototype to help see what barley does being malted up in space.
Yeah.
So they will be malting some actual grains up in space and then bringing it back down.
Yeah, I believe this is. They've done. There have been some people who have done some malting of different grains up in space before. This is the first time Budweiser's attempting it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the space inspired stuff that you get. Ecliptic did one. I've got the 10 Forward vodka.
Yeah.
Those, they fly the grain to the edge of space, but they're not actually doing anything
While in space.
in
yeah.
space. It traveled there and it came back.
Yeah, Ninkasi sent some yeast up in a balloon and
Yes.
shot it down.
Yeah, and that's typically what happens is you get a weather balloon, and it's a classic middle school science
Yeah.
experiment. You launch it up and you see where it lands. And
Yeah,
and that
I
kind
think
of
we
thing.
even showed a video of
Right.
they had a camera on it.
Yeah.
But all of this is going to be done. The roasting of the barley will be done in the space station, and they're going to be doing 250 variations of this.
Yeah.
So this is the first edition. They have put seeds and grown barley up there. Now they're roasting it. So they're wanting to do the whole process eventually up in space.
Yes.
But so this is step number 2.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised come in a year or so we get Space Budweiser or whatever. What was the space shuttle anniversary? We had that one
Oh yeah.
for the moon landing.
Yeah, that was in June.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised in like a year or 2 years from now we'll get a specialty. You know, this is brewed with 1 pound of malted space grain barley.
Right.
So yeah, who cares? But it's still news.
Right. Who's
Who's
Ooh,
that?
suspected scam call.
Ooh,
Let me
answer that live.
Hello. With who? With who? There's no one by that name here. Thank you.
Just a wrong number.
No, wrong number.
Not spammer.
Yeah, was a suspected spam call though. That came up on
That's interesting.
on my phone here. So
I wonder if it was like a business.
I was hoping it was like a Social Security scam or something like that. Your Social Security number has been hacked and there's a warrant out for you. I was totally gonna do that.
I got one of those like a week ago.
I actually got my first one.
Really?
Recently.
Oh no, I was hoping it was gonna be your car's under your warranty.
Yeah.
You know.
I was gonna have fun with that. But
Yeah.
no, it's just a random person. Yeah.
So
Sorry, no one by that name here. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
She gave up easy.
Yeah, she did. Well, that's opportunity lost right there.
Yep.
Um,
I feel like drinking this faster actually makes it worse.
uh-huh.
But you want to drink it fast. Ooh.
Uh-huh. That bud's starting to poke through a little bit.
Yeah,
isn't
it is. It really is.
On my last sip, it did.
I still got one more of these that I'm probably going to have to do a video on. So I don't want to do it now.
Yeah.
Although I did come up with a great idea.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to do. I already ordered the parts for this, so this is a sneak preview of an
Ooh.
idea that's coming out. Because of this, the barrel aging.
Subscribe to Hops and Brews.
Yeah, it's going to be a great video. I'm going to explain it right now. Is I want to know if it's going to be a two theory episode. If I can barrel age a beer after it's been carbonated and reused, how does that taste? Like if you had a home brew, and specifically I do, have a good stout, but it could use some barrel aging. It could use a little bourbon barrel aging. Can I, now that I've already drank half of it and it's been carbonated, what does that taste like after I've done that? And how do you do that? And if so, can I do that with any other beer that I buy? And how can I make the worst tasting beer actually barrel aged?
Yeah.
And I want to go then bourbon barrel age some Budweiser.
You know what? You should try that with the worst beer that's out there. You should also do something like Fort George from Russia with Love or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Or the Matryoshka. The non-barrel aged
non-barrel
stout
one, yeah.
of a barrel aged
Of
beer.
barrel aged, and see how well it compares. That's not a bad one too, maybe.
Yeah.
I bought four.
Can I self-barrel age
Yes,
a stout?
A stout. Yeah. So I bought four American oak heavy roasted spirals.
Nice.
And they're meant for essentially just like a 22-ounce bottle.
Right.
So, but what I want to do, they're not barrel aged. They're just American oak roasted. And then I'm gonna go soak them in a bourbon for a few weeks, and then plant them in there. So that's an idea. So stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel.
Totally. You got me intrigued.
Yeah, right? That sounded kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can go with that.
Yeah. So I think before, was this on camera? We were talking about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And how Steve was on or was supposed to be on, but it was Rhett.
No.
You had yours on Friday. I'm sure a lot of you had Thanksgiving. If not, whatever. Everyone probably ate last weekend. Big meals.
Couple times,
yes. I mean, especially. So
Did you gain a little weight over the weekend?
I didn't even look at the scale.
Yeah.
I did though.
I mean, I don't mean to call you out on the show here.
I did put like
you're
a
looking
shirt.
you're looking a little tubby.
I put a little shirt on. I was like, this is fitting a little tight. Yeah. Oh, what the heck? But with that extra weight on, that could actually get you a free beer. There is a bar in Dubai that'll actually give you free money for how much you weigh.
That's right.
Credit toward your beers or beverage of choice.
Yeah.
But specifically, there is a bar in Dubai, a club, fashion club in Dubai, that'll pay you, I believe it is 85 kilo. Or no,
it's 1 dirham per pound.
one dirham
per kilo.
Per kilo, sorry.
Yeah.
So the average person they're saying is 188. You'll basically make about $23 in credit.
Yep.
And there's two options you can do. You can do the honor system of writing your, hey, this is how much I weigh. I don't want to embarrass myself, so high or low. Or you can actually physically go and stand on a scale, and they will take that number right then and there.
Yep.
And then give you credit for it.
Yep.
So I know where I'm taking All of my big friends.
Yeah.
Especially someone that you may be related to. I'm taking him.
Yes, there you go. We can get 3 beers. All right.
We can get a keg.
Yeah.
So if you're ever in Dubai,
I would get a beer and a couple ounces.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
I would.
For once, being 6'5" is paying off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd get a beer.
Yeah.
That's all I'd get.
Yep.
But still, hey, I thought that was kind of cool. That's an interesting niche that a lot of bars, they kind of draw you in on. Hey, here's a specialty that we do.
Yeah.
Literally, how much you weigh is credit toward your bill. So I thought that was a very interesting aspect. Yeah. What's going on?
Kildee says, in my younger days, much younger, I liked Michelob Dark. Hops and Brews, your thought?
I've never had Michelob Dark. I don't really have too much Michelob. In all honesty, I think the last time I had a Michelob, it made me sick.
I don't know that I've ever had a Michelob.
It was like a Michelob Ultra, and I bought a 6-pack, and then I think it like burnt my throat and made me want to throw up. Sorry, but that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I've had some traditionals. I've had like the Stella Artois, and I've had
Stella. I have never. I've had like long time ago, but didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I probably the only dark domestic that I probably consistently used to have would be Modelo Negra. Mm-hmm. The dark Modelo. That would probably be the closest one I'd have. That was a domestic dark.
Yeah.
Or Newcastle Brown.
This is one of the first domestic darks I've had. I don't get around to many domestic darks. Although you can kind of call Sam Adams domestic anymore. Yeah. So I've had their Boston Lager. I've had their Winter Ale.
Blue Moon, I guess, technically. Yeah.
Now Widmer.
And now Widmer, yes. Oh my gosh. I get what they were going with this.
It is not the worst attempt in the world.
No, it's not. I think it's, if I remember correctly, we didn't care for this. I remember it tasting like...
I remember saying if Budweiser tasted like this, I would drink it a little bit more often.
But
I
remember us saying it still had that rice flavor.
But it still has the rice. This doesn't have the rice. This is not putting me off with like that burnt, ricey, just grainy, gross taste that...
kind of off-puts you.
Yeah, it just tastes bitter and sour after a while in your mouth, and that's all you've got on your tongue. This is not giving me that. This is actually fairly pleasant. Is it the most astounding dark lager I've ever had? No, of course not.
I think 8 ounces instead of the 12 would probably be where I'd want to be on this.
But even something like a Marzen or a Dunkelweiss, your dark hef or something like that, that is way more appealing to me than this is here.
Mm-hmm. And these are
but not terrible.
These are expensive.
I know they are.
These are craft beer price. This bottle, $3.25 a bottle.
Yeah.
So that's craft beer price.
Yeah, for $12 for and not only that, it's 12 ounces.
Yeah.
I paid $12 for a 4-pack for 16-ounce cans.
Oh yeah, these only come in 4-packs too.
Right.
So.
And that gets you a pretty darn good beer at $12 for a 4-pack at
a lot of places. Yeah,
$3 to $4.
You can get even some of them, like the small places will give you a bourbon barrel aged something for that.
Right.
A good bourbon barrel aged.
Santiam Pirate.
Oh yeah.
KBS when it hits the store shelves on the regular.
Oh yeah.
That's
like I think even,
$16 for a 4-pack or for a 6-pack.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think even KBS is even cheaper than that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely high. Tell us about the mason jars.
Well, they're your mason jars.
They are my mason jars. This is from Bauman Farms. Now, for those who don't know, this is actually my last show in this house. The closest cidery and or brewery to us is Bauman Farms in Woodburn/Jervis, Oregon. Yeah. They're a very, very old farm, established 1895. Yeah. I've been friends with some people in the family for a number of years. I know you have as well.
I mean, with that old, you kind of...
Yeah, when you grow up in this area, you know the family and that kind of thing. But they have a very, very large farm where they do just about everything. They do wheat, they do pumpkins, they do fruit, from that fruit, they make cider.
Yeah, they actually have the largest pumpkin fall festival in Oregon.
In Oregon, right. So Halloween is big at the Bauman Farms. I went to a cider fest there over the summer and came away with some of these.
No, I actually really enjoy their cider.
Yes, they are fantastic.
Yeah, and they'll even that's the tree we picked it from.
Right.
You know, it's not outsourced. It's like, nope, that tree right there.
Yep.
That's where these apples. We juice that.
They have a 250-acre farm, and they pick it. They bring it over to their press. They press it there. They age it there.
You can even they have tours of. All right, we just press those apples, and they're turning it. And this batch is for regular cider. This batch is for hard cider.
Yep, exactly. Even the regular cider is fantastic.
Oh, their regular cider is some of the best. But when I'm trying to homebrew a cider, I need a little more. I go grab theirs.
Right. Yeah, but no, Bauman's local favorite.
Yeah.
And they're absolutely fantastic. So,
yeah.
Great. I just gave away my location with 10 days to go.
Well, you're moving, so
I'm moving. Screw you, people.
I don't know if we talked about this before. I think I thought about putting it up once in an article, but Boulder Beer, one of America's oldest craft breweries. They have been distributing for, I think it's 29 states. They've done a couple beers. I even did a beer review on one of their beers. They've been around for a long time, since the 60s. They announced a while ago that they are scaling down tremendously. They will be no longer distributing anywhere in the U.S. other than their own tap room.
Right.
Other than their own brewery.
Yeah, they were a nationally distributed beer, and all of a sudden they said, we're going to brew only for the brew pub.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a massive scale back.
Yeah, it was a massive, massive scale back. And that was supposed to take place a week from now. But kind of literally a sleeping giant kind of came in, swooped in, and saved them, saying, hey, hang on, we will save you. We will brew your core beers and distribute them for X price, obviously, and the name is Sleeping Giant. So Sleeping Giant distribution, and I think they actually are a brewery as well, will be now taking over Boulder Beer, essentially their core beers. I don't know if Boulder Beer, they didn't state anything as far as prices, what the contract is, but they did state that we should not see a drop in distribution.
Yes.
So if Boulder Beer is one of your favorite beers, or you're I really love that seasonal beer or something like that, I don't think you're going to have to worry now.
Yeah.
It basically got saved, which is kind of cool. I really do like seeing, staple breweries that big too. I mean, they're a big brewery being saved and not having to scale back because of people buying everyone out or taking up ownership or taking away grain rights and whatnot, hop rights, buying it all up. So, but that'll be pretty fun, pretty nice. Actually, I probably should drink more of their beer. I haven't.
I had the Mind Haze.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah, I've had Mind Haze. It was pretty solid.
Yeah.
I remember it being, nothing spectacular, but good.
But it's one okay, that's a good beer to have.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I don't recall them actually being on draft at too many places, but I've always seen them at bottle shops.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I remember seeing the can art all over the place.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing the can art, too. I even, the one I did was a pineapple coconut Hefeweizen. And that was I was like, that was the exact same thought. I was like, what? I have to buy this.
I'm both disgusted and intrigued.
Yeah. It tasted like a pina colada.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this isn't, sure, whatever,
Yeah.
It was a shot, and you know what? If you're into big fruity beers, it tasted like a big fruity artificial beer, but sure.
I don't mind artificial pineapple in certain drinks.
In certain drinks, I don't mind it. I actually almost kind of prefer more artificial pineapple in my rum than actual try to hit actual pineapple.
Yeah, I guess.
So.
Yeah. I'm not drinking the other one.
You don't want to drink? See, like...
You can do the comparison on your channel.
All right.
I'm not drinking the other one.
I will save it.
I'm not doing that.
I will save it. Okay. We have...
Tapping out.
We have... I did bring... I know you like German beers.
Yes.
So I did bring a winter Bock German beer.
Yes.
We can do that, or we can go... you brought a wonderful chocolate hazelnut porter, or it should be called Filbert.
Yeah. Dang Washingtonians taking our names for our nuts.
That should have been the title. Computing names for our nuts.
Yeah. So chocolate Filbert porter.
Yes.
I'll call it from Heretic Brewing.
So this one is Flensburg. Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, Flensburger.
Flensburger. And it's a winter buck.
Yep.
7%.
Brewed according to the German purity law.
You know what? So it's so funny. I started watching
Law.
which has been recalled. I've been doing my beer advent calendar.
Yeah. Let's go and do these.
All right. And it's all been German. And someone...
Well, I like these bottles.
I love these bottles. Are we doing it in this glass?
Yeah, I might as well.
All right, it's fine. Someone did a review too, and they're like, "What's the ingredients?" Yeast, malt, water, hops.
Yeah.
Well,
it's got to be more than that.
And I commented, "Isn't that all of these German beers? Because that's what they all do."
Yep. It doesn't list it on this one.
And nope. Yeah, it just says brewed according to the German purity law.
Yep.
No, but I kind of almost bought these just for the bottle.
It's a good bottle. It's a good bottle.
Nice clear.
Kind of an amber gold.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to you all.
Just drink it, don't smell it.
Hops and Brews, when are you on the show next? Prepare craft computing for pumpkin yumminess.
Oh, Jeff hates pumpkin beers, but
I don't hate them.
Becky, what Becky is sending me
is that one?
Is that one? Yeah. So, okay, yeah. You might.
What a crap!
You want to drink this?
What a crap!
I didn't know.
The Bud wasn't the worst beer on the show. I'm as astounded as you all.
That stinks. That smells like weed.
Wow. No, it's not. It's not weed.
There's just some weird danky weirdness.
It's almost like that, like a Hefeweizen that turned. It's like that banana, but it's like a soured banana. That's what it is. Are we gonna have to call a mulligan on this one?
I'll
try it.
Try it. How do you like that?
Pass me that dark lager.
This is the copper lager.
It gets worse.
Maybe that's why you have to keep drinking it.
Oh my god.
Maybe we were supposed to drink it out of the bottle.
That's awful.
Right? It's so bad.
That's awful.
That's awful. That's what I expected this to taste like.
Yeah. Worst beer, best bottle. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you get sucked into the allure of like the packaging.
Yeah.
I would have bought this. I would have bought this off the shelf.
I will state this was the same price as this.
Yep.
So and the same percentage.
That's awful.
And this was like advertised at the bottle shop of winter beer, special winter beer. It had its own display.
Right.
And so I was like, oh yeah, winter German. Jeff likes these. Grab these. Didn't check reviews.
This tastes like what Budweiser would try to do a winter ale.
Yeah. That's exactly. They're like, we're gonna do a German style winter.
This is a Budweiser German style winter ale. I mean, it's got almost that rice flavor to it. It tastes like it was brewed very, very cheap.
That's
very cheap.
That's why they retracted the German beer law.
Yeah.
Because beers like this.
Yeah.
I'm glad I only bought 2.
That's awful.
That is very bad. All right, let's get through. If we're gonna open another one or whatever, but let's get through. There's one last beer news. It's really quick. We talked a long time ago that Ballast Point. I don't even think we ever talked. The show existed back then, but Ballast Point was bought out by Corona, or the company that owns Corona, essentially, and Corona and Modelo. They bought it for $1 billion. Was it $1 billion? Yeah, it was $1 billion. What was this? Yes, exactly. It was a sale of $1 billion.
Yeah, I remember that. We talked about it.
Yeah, okay, so we did talk. It must have been a very early show.
Yeah.
Well, it is now in the ownership of a craft brewery.
Yep.
Very, very small craft brewery, in fact, actually. The Kings and Convicts Brewing Company in New York now owns...
The thumbnail has me gagging over the beer. That's amazing. I just opened YouTube to search when we talked about this story, and my live thumbnail has me going... That's fantastic. Oh, that's great. Anyways,
so the Kings and Convicts, they purchased Ballast Point Brewing, and all of them, not just like, hey, we bought the brewing or the brewing equipment, all of them, all their brew pubs, the one in Disneyland, like everything, even the new one that's about to open up. So they own 100% of Ballast Point. We don't know the price of it, but this is a pretty small brewery. I don't think it probably sold for $1 billion.
It didn't sell for $1 billion.
Okay, let me put. So what I did is I looked up how many barrels this brewery produces to see how large of a brewery it is. They only produce 600 barrels a year. Last year.
Really?
Yeah. Let me put that into perspective.
That's insane.
Santiam
Yeah.
does twice that much. That's how big that brewery is. Gilgamesh does 4 times that much.
Right.
And they aren't that good.
Yeah.
I don't know how this tiny little brewery bought Ballast Point. But it's now in the hands of craft brewery again.
Yep. What's funny is I'm searching for Ballast Point in our notes. What I do have is Bridgeport Brewery launches bottles into space.
That was the one with the camera.
Yeah.
That was the one with the camera.
Yeah. Hey, I was trying to find when we talked about it.
Because
I know we talked about the sale at some point.
Yeah.
But
it said the sale happened in 2015. So I don't think you were doing the show back then.
Yeah,
I think we've definitely talked
about Ballast Point and trading hands quite a few times.
Yes. So, but the really cool part is they're not firing anyone. Nothing's going on. It's literally just
they're retaining all 560 employees.
Yep.
They're retaining all of the tap houses, including the newest one that just opened in Chicago.
Yep.
There's also one that just opened. There's 4 of them in California, and I believe they had plans to open a 6th one. All of those are still on the table. All the employees still have jobs. The distribution network is still in place.
And as far as we know, they're just basically this company is just like, look, we're buying it.
Right.
We're gonna make money off of this.
Right.
And if anything, we're just now going to grow their company because now they can start selling their beer inside all of their tap rooms.
Right.
So
600 barrels. I drank that much last year.
Oh, gosh, I know. It's not big.
That's your brother.
Yeah, I saw that. Vagabond or Santiam did 1,200 barrels in 2015.
Yeah.
And they just opened up. So.
Yep.
They're about the size of Saw.
Yeah.
Is what I ended up finding out. That's
Saw bought Ballast Point.
Basically, that's the equivalent.
I know Saw. Salem Ale Works.
Salem Ale Works.
So they have a brew pub in South Salem, right off of Highway 22. Yeah. And they are not the biggest little thing in the world.
No.
They're like a rented warehouse off the side of the industrial complex. What I will say is a nicer location than Santiam and Gilgamesh.
Oh yeah, very very internal.
The best location.
Internal, very well done.
Yeah.
But
they're not very big.
Yeah, and beer's just okay.
Yeah.
And no canning, no nothing.
Yeah.
But so that's kind of what I was really shocked about this sale was that how did this tiny little brewery come up with anything like this?
Yeah.
Okay, I know everyone has been sitting there ho-humming about, bang, what's going on? It's been 45 minutes. Where's the tech news?
Yeah.
Well, it's coming right now.
There is none.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
There really wasn't a whole lot, so we've been stretching it.
We're kind of in that no man's land between Black Friday deals and CES, where mum is kind of the word. Now, I'm expecting in the next week or two some tech news to kind of, bubble to the top a little bit. But I don't mind going on, waxing a little poetic on some beer news this time of year, because there's not a lot to talk about in tech. But that being said, I need to get this winter ale.
What? Come on, I at least drank half a month. You know what? I'm going to power through it.
You're going to power through it?
I'm going to power through it.
You're a stronger man than I.
I'll power through this.
Oh, you're missing out.
Oh, I've had that. Oh, it's been years.
And you're missing out.
I get that. Let's see, when is the Best Buy date? Or is that the canning date? That's can date. So, 1 month ago.
Oh, damn. Oh. So close, but so pretty.
It's that beauty shot.
Yeah.
Of it rips over.
That's actually almost perfect.
It really is.
It was so close to perfect.
That's the commercial shot that you want.
Right.
In the commercial.
Yeah.
That's what I do, but only at 1080p, and then I slow it down even worse, so I shouldn't.
Well, for right now.
For right now.
Yeah. Hops and Brews getting a little production upgrade.
That's right.
That's right.
Although, I think I actually have...
Zcam 2?
Yeah. I don't know, I like my production. It's better than most.
I love that I bought a Zcam A2, and 5 out of the 6 things that I've done with it have just been talking heads. It's a glorified $3,000 webcam right now. Ugh.
The more you drink this, the less you care about life.
I would care a lot less about life, too, if I had to power through this.
Oh.
It looks like you have diabetes.
It does look like a urine sample gone bad.
Yeah.
Like you had asparagus.
Right.
Kind of smells like it, too.
Kind of smells like it, too.
Yeah. So
it's not good.
You were talking that this is going to be the last...
the last thing ever filmed here.
Filmed here.
Tonight.
Exactly. We'll be here.
I'm actually taking the desks out tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Like you can see, I've already cleared off most of the rear counter.
Your LED awesome computer is gone.
Yep. Yeah, computer's gone, monitor's gone. Those are already over at the new house.
And you're going to be doing in your new house a lot of computer automation, right?
Yes.
A lot of electronic automation.
A lot of electronic automation. A lot of home automation.
Yeah.
I am aiming to... do a lot of home automation, but I'm doing it what I'm trying to call a closed circuit smart house. Kind of the goal of what everyone had in the 80s and 90s growing up about
Back to the future.
About what a smart house should be. Yeah. Both with a voice assistant and with computer turn off the lights or dim the lights to 35%.
You want a Jarvis.
I want a Jarvis, but I want it self-contained.
Yeah.
There's for me, and it's not like I'm a Big Brother type, but at the same time, there's no reason in the world that my request to set my bedroom light to 30% needs to go to Google to be interpreted to then send to my smart bulb,
which needs to be also monitored by some guy in India in case you said something bad.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that. There are systems available that are closed circuit that run internally on your own server, and that's what I'm aiming to build. The other reason I'm aiming to build it with closed circuit open source technology is because of what happened to a guy who decided to IoT his garage door opener. So
this was funny.
So this was posted to Hackaday, and the device in question is called a Garageit. It's a take on Garage and Gadget. Best I can take.
I'm assuming this is a startup company.
Yeah. It's some IoT startup company who have cloud-connected IoT devices for opening and monitoring your garage door. Well, a user... sorry, not the user.
Robert...
Garage
Gadget device owner.
Garage device owner. Okay, there it is. Robert Martin And this is a direct quote from Hackaday. Quote, found out the hard way how quickly the device can turn a door into a wall. Because he left a negative review on Amazon where he bought the device, and then started a couple of different threads on the Grudget support forums.
Yeah.
And in which he used some pretty strong language at the company, mainly because the device wasn't working and he was pissed off.
Yeah.
I've been guilty as such, maybe not with extremely strong language. Switch over, huh? What?
Oh, there, you never showed the article.
I just clicked over.
Oh, I was watching.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. That's how far behind it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, we're like 45 seconds behind.
Oh,
there's the first
okay.
switch.
That's what I was like. Come on, Jeff,
Yeah.
switch over. Let
Yeah.
him see what we're talking about.
No, I was
All right,
building suspense.
I was looking at this. That's why.
got it,
All right,
got it.
sorry. My bad.
I got
My
it.
bad. All right, but yes.
Anyway, so I've been frustrated at companies before. I've voiced my frustration at things like this. And there have been a couple companies that have caught my ire over certain things. Like, I bought the product, it doesn't work, you're not supporting me, what the crap is going on?
Yeah.
It
must be your Wi-Fi or your something on your end.
Have you checked your firewall settings?
Yeah, I know.
You need to whitelist.
You need to allow everything through your firewall for this to work. No.
I literally monitor every packet in and out of my firewall. All of yours have been allowed. Can we move on to the next troubleshooting step, please? Well, have you reset your router? God damn it! I've been there. I have been that guy. But anyway, so he ranted a little bit on an Amazon review and on a support forum. Well, Gadget decided to ban him from their servers.
Yes.
Effectively turning his device into a brick. Now they're claiming, well, we didn't turn his device into a brick, we just didn't let him use our servers.
Yeah, the device...
Which bricks it!
Yeah, the device technically works, we just banned it from our services. Right. So it works, we just didn't allow it into our cloud.
Mm-hmm. The device is still on, it's just not functional because of who was trying to use it.
Exactly.
Right.
And then I guess a bunch of people caught wind of this.
Yes.
And just chewed him out.
Yes. Rightfully so.
Oh, so yeah.
Because, number one, he bought the device. He's unhappy with the service. He is well within his right to say he's unhappy with the service.
Yes.
And to be cut off from using that device as a service anymore, that's not cool.
Yeah, that's not like... Now,
right.
Was it cool for him to... They didn't state what he stated, but obviously they hinted at certain things.
There was some profanity. There was some whatever else.
But it's still, as a professional business, and if you're as a startup and you're trying to be a professional business, you have to let that stuff just roll off your back. I'm sorry, sir. You know, anything in customer
What can
service.
we do to make this work for you?
Exactly. That's what you need to do. Mm-hmm. Here's a $10 gift card for Starbucks for your inconvenience. We are sorry, sir. Or we will take $20 off your next month's bill.
Yeah.
Say that.
Do you want half off a light switch to see if we can make,
Yes. Boom. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Right.
That's all you got to do. He'll be happy. He'll be like, this wasn't good, but they rectified it.
Yeah.
Boom. That's what they're going to say.
Yeah. But anyway, so he was cut off from being able to use his garage door opener. Now, a garage door opener should have a manual override. There should be a button to open it inside his house. But if all of a sudden I'm relying on my cell phone and proximity and Bluetooth and Wi-Fi to be able to open my garage door from my car and monitor the status of my garage door from my smartphone, and all of a sudden I can't connect to that service, it's effectively become a wall for me. And that's kind of what he's claiming here.
Yeah.
Now, Grudget, to its credit, says, quote, it was a bad PR move. Martin now has had his service connection restored, and the IoT upstart has posted a public statement on the matter, end quote. But they only re-enabled his service after public backlash of them canceling his service.
So it wasn't like a one day, couple hours. It was days.
Right.
I do wonder, though, if it was more of one guy's agenda, but like, I take complete offense to this, or was it the actual company? They took it to the head of the company and said, what do we do? Obviously, it is a small company, so it's probably only like 5, 6, double digit, 10 guys, type of thing.
Brenda goes, hey, boss, what?
Yeah, or does he just, screw this guy, I'm in a bad mood. My boss, I know, he's cool with me. I'm going to teach this guy a lesson. We're all going to have a laugh.
And that happens with startups. That happens with small companies. And this is a small IoT company.
I mean, I think even a better PR thing would have been like, almost lying, saying something like that happened. Of saying, sorry, this is a fault of one individual. That individual has been dealt with, and we are changing the policy internally within our company.
Right.
So even saying something like that would have been better.
Right. The individual did what he thought was best. We are changing our policies from here on out to better meet customer needs.
Yeah, something like that. So instead of just we recognize that this was bad, we turn it back on.
Yeah.
It's better than certain people's responses we've heard from recently.
Garage door opener send an 8-bit code. That's all I'm saying. I know. Yeah, do you want to know how insecure your remote garage door opener is? No, you don't. You don't want to know how insecure that code is. We got a signal on 317.6 megahertz. Open the pod bay doors! Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, done.
Your dollar store devices can turn your garage door opener on.
Yep. So, yeah. Anyway, part of my home building endeavor, and this is going to be, I was planning on doing it like the first couple of weeks I was going to be living in the house. All right, can you drink a real beer now?
Yeah.
Good Lord. We're an hour into the show. We're finally opening real beers. Yeah. This one tried to be.
I say this one tried to
This
be.
one claimed to be, this one tried to be.
Yes,
How's that?
There we go.
But I thought I was going to be able to like move in and be like, I'm going to replace every light switch and every plug and it's all going to be smart. It's not going to happen. I don't have that much time. But I am starting with some home automation stuff, starting in my office and then moving on.
It's like a souffle.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. I'm starting with some smart bulbs in my office using open source protocols.
So we're gonna be able to like clap and LED like disco dance.
Computer red alert. Yeah, I totally want to do that. But I do have some Z-Wave devices coming in. I have a Z-Wave controller. I'm using open source server for being able to centralize and manage all this. My living room lights is the next source because there's actually no switch in my living room. It's all like floor lamps that are manually controlled. And so I've got some smart bulbs on the way for those, so I can control those as well through a smartphone app. And I'll probably just schedule those to, come on with the morning sun.
You need to have a one for your TV so you can be like view screen on or something.
Right. On screen.
On screen.
There you go. Magnify. What is that? Yeah. So yeah, there's going to be some home automation stuff coming on the channel. It is going to be a little onesie twosie with the videos because I've got to find the time to actually do the research into the devices, figure out how the devices work, how they're going to integrate into the home server of my choosing, and then how would I actually use them in practice, and then ball that all into a video of I can make a light bulb turn on and off.
Yeah.
Home automation is way more complex than I thought it was going to be, unless you go out and get an Amazon Alexa or a Google Hub or something like that. And I don't want it cloud connected. I want it in-house.
In-house, yeah.
And that's my big thing. So,
although I will admit, I've had plenty of overpours on mine.
Yeah.
On my show. But thank you, Becky. But if you don't know what we're talking about, we're actually talking about some of the Discord chat that we have.
Which you would have had Google not thrown up on itself again.
Yes. But Discord is an awesome thing that Jeff has. Join Jeff's Discord. It has so many awesome channels. Check out the description. Just scroll down just a little bit, and you will see it. You'll be able to join. There's everything from Talking Heads reviews, to what's the next episode, what we're going to talk about, to beer stuff or beverage in general. Beverage and food. What are we having for lunch today? Movies, TV, music,
and not
trade.
just Instagram, but like good stuff.
Yeah. So, well, mine is like got to do the like artsy angle, over filtered. Yeah. 1 out of like 30 look good.
Yeah. Exactly.
But no, it's a minimum of at least $1. You can always donate more. It's awesome if you donate more. But every dollar goes back into filming this. The production quality of this is actually a lot better than a lot of other shows, if you haven't noticed. So.
I'm replying to my Discord right now.
Oh, look at that. And so, yeah, check that out.
Links down in the video description below. Also, subscribe to Hops and Brews. Especially because he's doing his
beer
25 days of Christmas Advent calendar beer.
Advent calendar. So if you're always wanting a daily quick beer review, I will usually post a 2 to 3 minute beer review of, hey, check out this new German beer I'm having right now.
Yep. Listen to me butcher this beer review.
Yes, basically.
Butcher the name, yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. I warned everyone the very first video. I was like, I'm gonna stink at this.
These are gonna suck.
Yeah.
Are you using Home Assistant? I think that's what I installed. Open Assistant, Home Assistant. Yeah, I think that's it. I think so. By the way, I'm gonna have to ask you to help me with some of the AI or with the UI stuff.
UI.
Yeah, get it all sorted.
That's fine.
Because I want it to look pretty. One of my goals is to actually run PoE wires into my walls and have them plug into Raspberry Pis with PoE hats on them.
Okay.
And then a 7-inch touchscreen and just have those boot up over the network to the Home Assistant panel and have them with microphones so I can talk to the panel there, or I can use the touchscreen to control whatever I want.
You know, I should get you to talk to is my sister-in-law's brother-in-law. He is working on a project for all voice recognition AI.
Oh, nice.
And he has a doctorate in AI. He's an actual doctor.
Nice. See, best I can do in my family is a master's degree in AI.
Yeah.
And it's not me. Don't worry. No, it's not me. Duck Rabbit Milk Stout.
Yeah. Whichever way you look at it, it's either a duck or a rabbit.
Duck season. Wabbit season. Wabbit season.
They have a wine, I think it's called that. The Duck Rabbit wine.
Pull it off and it's stout season.
Yeah. So, the Tesla truck.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I want to love it and I want to hate it, and I still don't know what it is.
I don't get it. I really don't. There are other electric trucks out there, not as big, that look super awesome. Looks so nice. Even Ford's looks better than that.
Yeah, but those are hybrids. They're not electric.
No, 100% electric. It's 100% electric. It does have about a 100-mile difference in range, but it's also, I think, $10,000 cheaper.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about.
I haven't heard of that.
Okay,
but we'll look it up.
Yeah, we'll look
verify John's claims.
But this, what do you think of even just the look?
And that's the thing. I am impressed with the power, with the range, with the touted specs that it came out with. For the price point, I think it's fine. I think people trying to draw comparisons to vehicles as they sit right now, they're not fair comparisons, because electric just doesn't compare with gas, and gas just doesn't compare with electric.
Yeah.
And diesel just doesn't compare with either.
Yeah.
And so, when you're trying to decide diesel or gas, you're deciding, do I want a lot of towing power and get better fuel efficiency overall, and no matter what I tow, I'm going to get the same fuel efficiency.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I've got these beefy ass springs to hold up my 7,000 pound frame, and so if I'm not towing anything, man, it's a rough ride, and the truck is just freaking massive, and I've got these weird problems with it, and I just spend so much on the interior because there's so much more interior in it, and or do you want to go with a gas truck and go, you know what, I'm going to get a little bit worse gas mileage day to day, 24 versus 30 on the highway, and if I tow, I'm going to get 13, but I only tow once every 3 months, so who cares, and it's 12,000 more for a diesel, and you go through all these give and takes of what's better and what's worse. I think electric is not necessarily better, it's just different than the two alternatives.
I don't disagree with that as far as power options and everything. I don't disagree with that. What I disagree with the way Elon Musk went with, or whoever designed this,
I'll say the reason they made their price points is because of the design, because it's flat sheet steel.
Yeah, well, that
whenever you add a curve, you're adding complexity and you're adding cost.
Yeah, but aren't you also adding structural integrity?
I don't think there's anything wrong with the structural integrity.
No, I do believe though, like when they said what, it can stand up to a small handgun.
Right.
But anyways, because of that, the small handgun, the Dubai, and again back to Dubai, you can get great beer there, or great bar. There's a great
as
bar.
long as you weigh enough.
As long as you weigh enough. They will be including the Tesla Cybertruck to their police force, along with all the Vantage and the Mirage and all the other Jaguars and Ferraris on their line. So if you're ever in Dubai, just make sure you can go more than 600, or I think it's like 299 miles in range. You will outrun the police. I also do wonder, though, that range, what it's going to be like with the air conditioners constantly cranked. Because in Dubai, I'm betting that thing's going to be super hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The flat angle steel, there's no curves to the steel at all. It makes it very, very cheap to manufacture. You're going from a flat CNC to a 3D curved.
Yeah, you're just bending.
Form.
Yeah.
You're bending, but you have to make all those rigs. This can be done on a flat machine without custom equipment. The glass is straight cut glass. It's not curved glass.
Yeah.
It's and so all of that adds complexity and whatnot. Is this the best looking truck in the world? No.
Is it even a truck?
It's got a 6.5 foot bed.
That's it. That's like, okay, so I used to own a short bed. That's essentially what this is.
No. Look at the scale of this truck. Look at it compared to another truck.
You can. So their demo was, we can drive a 4-wheeler into this truck and barely fit a 4-wheeler. That's their demo of hauling a large.
It's bigger than my truck. I've got a Nissan
also,
Frontier.
How long is this truck though?
This truck is longer than my truck.
That's why, because it's a what? It's a 4.
Mine's a 4-door. I have
so they just extended it to be longer to increase the size of the bed.
Right.
So it's harder to maneuver.
No. No. I disagree. Right. I don't think the wheelbase is a negative on this truck. It's a large vehicle. It's larger than it looks on pictures because we're not getting any scale on the pictures.
Yeah.
It's a Dodge Ram 1500 and up size truck.
It looks like an 80s futuristic car.
And it does.
It really does. It's so off-putting. And I get the cost saving. I get all that, but little sex appeal because, I mean, look at the other Teslas from the original Tesla to the modern ones now. Mm-hmm. How much sexier the new ones are.
Oh, they're sexy. I don't discount that they're sexy. The thing with this one, though, is that I had a point. Hold on. I had a point. I completely just lost my train of thought. Sexy truck, DeLorean.
It looks like a DeLorean.
It looks like a DeLorean.
It's got the same body, like that steel, straight steel.
Yeah, it's stainless steel. The obvious comparison is the DeLorean.
It's a DeLorean. Yeah.
I don't think it's that hideous. It's not like anything we've ever seen.
It is. It is literally like everything we saw in the 80s of every futuristic Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone futuristic movie. Those are the cars in the background.
The best comparison I've seen is the Halo Warthog.
Or even that. But no, if you go and look at like Total Recall.
Yeah.
Half the movies, all right angles.
Right.
Or sharp angle. I shouldn't say right angle.
It looks like an 80s sci-fi. Yes. Like an 80s sci-fi dream. I don't discount that at all. But I don't think it's the worst looking vehicle in the world. It's not the most attractive. It's definitely not what we're used to. But, here's the point I was going to make. But this truck starts at $38,000.
38, but that's also.
No, hold on.
Okay.
$38,000. If it had a Model S type body, that is a very sexy, sleek, streamlined, very curvaceous, etc.
Yeah.
You'd be looking at 55.
Yes, but okay,
that's for the starting price.
That starting price though is also a much lower range.
Right, but what I'm saying is, regardless of what model you buy, whether you get the 1 motor, 2 motor, or 3 motor, you're paying $15,000 less or more because they're not building this car with custom tooling. It costs millions of dollars to construct the custom tooling to produce a fender for a Honda Accord. And if you're going to produce 3 million Honda Accords, it's worth the investment to do some custom tooling.
I know that's the toe comparison, but that's the size comparison. I like that picture
Right.
because there's at least a size comparison picture.
Right. And it's a large vehicle.
It's a very large vehicle.
It has a little bit bigger wheelbase, a little bit wider wheelbase than a Ford F-150.
It
Like I
has-
said, it's probably near Dodge 2500 type size.
Yes,
It's
but-
not a small truck.
Yeah, I don't see.
And do I love the looks? No, I do not love the
I don't
looks.
see a place for it anywhere though. What is the? Are you going to take that into a construction site? Okay, most people theoretically use trucks as a construction utility vehicle of some kind of towing or hauling something.
If this fits within my range, yes. Now, I've been driving my truck like crazy lately because I'm moving almost 30 miles away. It is not a short move that I'm doing here.
Yeah.
And so I've been driving my truck everywhere back and forth. I did 270 miles in my truck in town the other day. Mm-hmm. And that is just insane. But that was on Saturday because I was ran to the new house, then to Home Depot, then to Lowe's, then to the new house, then to Costco, then to the new house, and then back here, and then took a load to the new house, and then up to IKEA in Portland, and then back to the new house.
Why go to IKEA?
Because they had what I needed. They had actually these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're the only place that sells it. Try to get a solid wood countertop from anywhere else. You're looking like $400 plus.
Yeah.
These are like $175 to $230, depending on what you get. So I needed one more of these.
Yeah.
But so I did like 270 miles in my truck. Now that's on the upper echelon of what's available in the $38,000 truck, and I have what's essentially a $38,000 truck. That's what mine costs brand new at retail. And so I don't think it's outside of the realm.
But all of the cool testing and everything that's done is done on the high end models. All the cool specs that everyone's like blown away.
The 2.4 0 to 60
exactly 4 seconds,
and of course
and those are $70,000.
But so is the Model S.
Yes,
the Model S is a $70,000 car,
and the Model S looks like it's worth it.
If you're a truck guy and you're looking for an electric vehicle to replace your truck, and I'm not looking to replace
if you're a truck guy, you probably have friends that are truck guys, and all your other friends are going to laugh at you. Now, you may be able to blow them out in stats.
Right.
And everything, like, put your truck against my truck, I'll blow you off the water.
But again, I don't think this truck is going to compare to other trucks equally across the board. It pulls this much, it has this much range, it does this, it does that, it does...
Okay.
You have to look at what you're buying this vehicle for. Does this vehicle fit what you need? If it doesn't, then buy something else.
I guess that comes down to my point, or I guess a point that I was trying to get to, was that this truck is bigger than your standard truck, bigger than your truck. Mm-hmm. Okay. The bed's a little bit bigger, but do you fill your bed up all the time? So would you need something like this?
I don't need a truck the majority of the time. I own a truck because I need the utility probably once or twice a week. I do haul the family around in it. I've got 3 dogs.
Yeah.
I need the 4-wheel drive in the winter to get to work. I do this, I do that.
But this is a much bigger car. So now it's even more awkward.
But I have a smaller truck for the modern day.
Yeah.
I have a Nissan Frontier, which is a mid-sized truck today.
What I'm putting it though is that this truck seems to be selling toward more of the city driver, the economic person. I don't think this is trying to be marketed to the construction guy.
No, and it's not. But you know what it is marketed to is the guy who buys a diesel 3500 because he needs to haul his trailer 300 miles. And that guy is spending $80,000 on a truck. The average truck sale in the U.S. is over $65,000.
But I think that guy also towing that trailer is also using it for much other utilitarian purposes.
I disagree because I know a lot of truck guys.
I know a lot of truck guys too.
Right.
There's like 5 of them who work with me.
Right. And some of them do construction on a daily basis. And some of them own a truck because I run to Costco with the wife.
Yeah. Well, but
again, I think
the
this
people
matches
I know
that
that
demographic.
own the truck to the wife end up owning a Suburban. I'll go take a Suburban because that way I can haul everything. Plus, I can have the 6 kids if I need because 3 are mine and 3 are soccer people.
Yes and no. My dad owns a Chevy Silverado 2500 HD diesel Duramax.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you think your dad would want to buy this?
He's gonna hate the look, but it absolutely fits what he needs the truck for.
Needs it, but that's
why he bought the Silverado, not because he liked the look, because it fit the utility of what he needs 3 times a week.
Well, that has nothing to do with what this article was. The article is basically saying that the Dubai police...
Right.
we went on a rant.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Dubai... I will say the specs on this, as far as speed, electric cars are amazing with that. They're amazing, and they are only getting better. I think that was a big shock of the look. But, yes, this will now be... And I will bet it's the top of the line. That'll be for the Dubai police. I don't think it's going to be the $40,000 entry model. I think it will be all the $70,000.
Oh, absolutely.
With the $400 or $500
in Dubai,
range.
the reason they buy the supercars, they have Lamborghinis that are part of their police force because they get on high speed pursuits there. They're going to be buying the 3-motor 0 to 60 in 2.7 or whatever the number is. They're going to be buying those.
Oh yeah, you know why? It's everyone has supercars in there, but it's oil country. Nation.
Right.
It's oil nation.
Right.
Everyone's rich.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But
no, I think the market is a lot broader than you're giving it, because not every truck guy is just a truck guy that is using his truck 6 days a week to haul construction.
Oh yeah, I get that, but I guess to me it comes back to the size. Then you're saying that this is going to be that middle person, but this truck is twice the size of what they technically need.
But it has a 6.5-foot bed, which is one of the largest beds on trucks outside of the 8-footers that you get in the 3500 models. My truck has a 5-foot bed, and it's embarrassingly small at times.
Yeah.
Because I can't fit a sheet of plywood in my truck.
Oh no, I had a short bed, so I know.
Right. Whereas a 6.5-foot bed, I've only got 18 inches sticking out. Right now, I've got 3 feet sticking out.
Yeah,
and that's a problem. And same thing with the Tacoma. Same thing with the Colorado.
But, okay, actually, this has a long bed, but how wide is it? Because I actually didn't know that. Do you know how wide the bed is?
The bed is more than 4 feet wide, so it will fit a sheet of plywood down into the bed.
Okay.
Not flat, but 18 inches sticking out the hatch on the back, you're fine. Whereas my truck right now, my wheel arches are coming up into the bed, whereas this one's just flat. And so for me, this fills a niche that like a Dodge Ram 1500 or 2500 would fit if I wanted to upgrade in size one step. And for $38,000 for a 230-mile range and 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds, it's not a terrible truck. I mean, that's not outside of the realm of what my V6 Frontier does for the same price.
Yeah. I just don't like it.
So, and again, like put the looks aside, the utility is there.
Okay, that's the thing, though. It's great. But then there's that whole, I don't want to be seen with this.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. It's just one of those, at the same time, it's I don't want to be seeing this. I don't want to be seen driving this. It's like that Simpsons episode, the Camionero, or where Homer buys that big SUV and he's like, oh no, that's a woman's car.
Yeah.
I don't want to drive this. It's the Canyonero. There's a Canyonero. Canyonero. It's even got a lipstick holder. See? But yeah, it's one of those, it's so revolutionary right now of the look. It's such an off-putting look. Model 3, I'm betting, is probably going to be amazing. And I get that the reason why is to cut costs. I wouldn't be surprised by Model 2 and Model 3. We're going to start seeing curves.
Oh, totally.
We're going to start seeing curves. I understand the price will probably increase, but that also will bring the sex appeal, and more people will probably buy it because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I am sure the Dubai Police Department will probably buy even more.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Squanch.
Anyways,
cryptocurrency. What do you think of that? That's not much of an intro, but I'm just gonna dive right in.
Nice smooth transition there. Wow.
Figure. I really had no idea how we were gonna go from Dubai to South Korea.
Yeah, from the Robin Williams School of Subtlety.
Never mind.
As in, he makes really jerky transactions.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I was going to make something else about jerk, but never mind.
Okay. All right.
Family show.
Yeah. So there was a $49 million cryptocurrency heist on a South Korean exchange recently. Upbit, an exchange hosted in South Korea, apparently on 9 o'clock on Wednesday. This is last week.
So during
27th.
the show.
Yeah, during the show. Saw an abnormal transaction from its wallets had resulted in the outflow of 342,000 Ethereum coins, and they shut the exchange down.
Well, we know it wasn't your rep.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I was on the show. I was here for you people.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I was off the stream because YouTube sucks.
Yeah, that was why it was 40 minutes.
We were streaming.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Upbit announced that they had temporarily suspended withdrawals and deposits due to server maintenance, when in fact $49 million worth of Ethereum had been stolen out of wallets. So starting from about 5 o'clock UTC, 10 transactions, each of $1.51 million worth of Tron coin, as well as $3.5 million in BitTorrent coin, were sent to an unknown blockchain address, according to Whale Alert, according to the article here on CoinDesk. So there's still really no information on who did it, why they did it, where the coins went.
How?
But they've been transferred out of wallets off of Upbit.
Yep.
And that money is gone because the whole appeal of cryptocurrency is it's not traceable.
Yeah. And, unhackable. We are totally secure. 126.8-bit, whatever the security or whatever.
126.8?
I don't know. 126. Yeah. That's what it is now. Didn't you know that?
126.8 hash. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
It's a new one.
Yeah. Well, I invented it.
Bits,
It's a Bitcoin thing.
Base 17 counting?
Yes.
Are we doing? Okay.
Shut up.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
A, B, C, D, A, F, G? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No one would ever guess that password. Anyways, yeah.
I was saying it goes to G because it's 17.
Shut up.
I'm on fire with
whatever.
The punny, geeky jokes tonight.
Because you didn't drink that 7% German beer.
Nor am I going to.
Oh, you should make him drink it by the end of the night. Or else when I help you move, I will accidentally drop all of your liquor.
I'm carrying that myself.
In your truck.
Yeah. So yeah, it says more than $100 million worth of cryptocurrencies have been sent out from Upbit today, and this was on the 27th. The article was posted the same day that it happened. However, the exchange said all other transactions apart from the abnormal Ethereum outflow were the exchange moving cryptos from hot wallets to cold wallets. So apparently people were moving them out of their standard banks so they couldn't be withdrawn anymore. That was the other...
Oh, you know what didn't get stolen, though,
million.
was Bitcoin. Bitcoin didn't actually get hurt at all during this.
Bitcoin.
So, if you haven't watched this, some of our older episodes, that would be the Steven Seagal Bitcoin.
Yep.
But you did get a $2...
Which is a legitimate currency, damn it!
Yeah, some guy did rant on there.
That was hilarious.
Oh, gosh. But you did get a $2 donation from Rev.
Oh, Reverend. Jeff has a lot of beer on the table for 9:21 p.m. Yeah.
2 whole glasses.
None of it great.
Like, this is none of it great.
This is really good.
This is good.
We didn't talk about this one at all because we started at different times. So this is Heretic Brewing Chocolate Filbert Porter.
No, it's
chocolate hazelnut porter.
Yeah, chocolate hazelnut porter.
7% ABV.
It really has a nice roasty, and then at the end you get a nuttiness.
Yeah,
and it's not super hard like I don't know. It's not like a brown. Actually, it kind of is more of like a brown and a stout.
Yeah.
If I just did that.
Totally.
Kind of something like that.
It is a super dark, almost bittering chocolate, like baking chocolate kind of flavor to it. It's not a sweet beer.
If you thought of like if you took hazelnuts and they have like dark chocolate nuts dipped candies, those nuts. If you took hazelnuts, dipped them in dark chocolate, and then pop that in your mouth, that's essentially what this beer tastes like. If you mix that with beer,
right?
Very solid, easy to drink. Actually, almost a little warmer would be really good.
I'm actually really enjoying it right here.
Right here,
yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe a couple degrees more. I would like it. I think it would bring out some of the sweetness.
Yeah, I'm not minding it not being that sweet though. It's got a lot of character to it. It's a little bit of espresso, a little bit of that dark chocolate.
Yeah, I get a lot of dark chocolate and a lot of nut.
Yeah,
is really what I get.
Yeah.
Hint. Coffee.
Yeah, I like what you said with the dark chocolate, like walnut.
Kind of candies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almonds and whatnot. Really tastes like that.
Yeah.
So with your smart home, you gonna do photo recognition? Like when I walk up, is the door automatically gonna unlock for me? Are you gonna do like your liquor cabinet and do facial recognition unlocking?
Is it gonna unlock for John? You? No.
I'm still gonna have to knock.
Stephen Rhett, yeah, come on in. Doors open, bars free. Yeah, totally.
Well, if you live in Portland, that could be illegal.
It could be. So I'm really happy to see this as an Oregon native, as someone who goes to Portland all the time. Portland is actually proposing the strictest facial recognition ban in the country, and looking at turning it into law. The issue is that facial recognition is becoming kind of the norm for digital surveillance. Look no further than China for locals requiring to have facial scans done when they're purchasing cell phones now. That's the latest regime thing to come along. This is Portland taking a stand against using the technology because citizens have not consented to the technology being used.
Yeah, and it's not even going to be just government. They're going to be third-party contracted saying, no, you're not even allowed to have that software going anymore.
Right.
Unfortunately, you know what that means is we will no longer get that cool bar with the facial recognition of, hey, I was here first.
Right.
Heart.
Yeah.
Break.
Yep.
But still, our privacy will be kept if it goes into law.
Right. This is a privacy win, I think, overall. Now, facial recognition does have its place, does have some advantages for, use in banks or casinos or airports or things like that, to pose an actual security plus, a security win.
Yeah.
But the use of it by private companies, the use of it by police forces, it really does give a Big Brother vibe, and I'm glad that in some regards that Portland is kind of taking a stand against this. Now, a lot of people say, well, criminals should be put away no matter where they hide and whatnot. And that's true in one regard, but then there's the private citizen tracking who has done nothing wrong in their life.
And they keep that data.
Where are their rights at?
And they will keep that data, and they will, I recognize this person.
Right.
Oh, because it's linked now to your social account. Now I know who you are.
Right.
You were here at this time and date. And you will now have a record in our database because of it.
Of being at this particular location.
So now, for some reason, we are starting to have a file on you.
Right.
You did nothing wrong, and yet you have a file with a government company or facility.
Yep.
Third party, possibly.
Yeah, you walk into any casino in Vegas, you are being facial scanned and tracked throughout the casino.
Yeah.
They don't even have to monitor you individually. Like, there's not someone tracking you with a camera. The cameras themselves are tracking you. They can say, well, what about visitor number 12,394? And they'll go, oh, he did something over here. Let's watch him the entire time in the casino.
Yeah.
And it just tracks you.
Yeah. It was like, oh, we gave him an ID number, and now we followed him.
Right.
The whole entire time. Yeah. No, it's I'm I kind of agree with your point. I do like it, and at the same point, I kind of in the back of my head, like, I am that standard person. I don't want it. I do want it following me. I do kind of want it constantly on, because what if something does happen?
Right.
There's that fear, but at the same time,
the thing with cameras are one of the most...
They're also very untrusting.
They're very untrusting. The thing with cameras is they're one of the most embellished pieces of technology that we have for surveillance. And what I mean by that is it is not very often a camera prevents something from happening.
No.
A camera is a forensic tool for looking at what happened. It is not something that proactively can be used unless you have highly trained people and you're looking for a particular threat. In general, of just blanket mass surveillance, there is so much data there to be able to chew through, even with facial recognition, even with object recognition of, oh, that guy's got a gun, or this guy has this, or this guy has that. It really doesn't protect people all that often. And as seen by the latest Spanish edition of Big Brother, it doesn't prevent people from doing things on camera that they shouldn't be doing anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into those details, but holy crap. So it's not the greatest deterrent because people don't care they're on camera.
Yeah.
And it's not the greatest surveillance tool because unless it's being actively monitored at the time and someone proactively can do something to stop an event from happening, it's not going to stop an event from happening.
Yeah, we're not the Minority Report.
It's a tool to look back in time and see how an event unfolded.
Yeah.
And maybe what security policies can we put in place at the physical level to prevent that from happening again. But it's a tool for looking back in time, not looking forward.
Now, my thought, though, was when I was reading this, I was thinking that when it said third party, and one of the big things they brought up was Facebook. Mm-hmm. And if you've some people will have geolocation posted on their phones and their photos when they're on Facebook.
Yep.
Now, technically, with this law, if passed, say Facebook is no longer now allowed to say, because they do facial recognition.
It does facial recognition, but I believe it only does it for people on your friends list.
But still, would that be a violation?
But if you have logged into Facebook and you have not disabled facial recognition, you're opting into the service. And so in that case, I think that's fine, because the argument here is that people have not opted into whatever service you're using for that tool. Mm-hmm. If I take your picture on Facebook, you've opted in to Facebook facial recognition, and if it automatically tags you in my photo because we're friends, that's an opt-in service.
Okay.
Versus I take a picture of you and post it to my Twitter, and Twitter automatically flags you or something like that.
Yeah. I didn't opt to that.
That'd be a violation. Right. Or Instagram.
Or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, it's Facebook, Instagram, same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be the difference there. Is Facebook is I created the login, I agreed to the terms of that service, and Facebook isn't going out and grabbing users that haven't logged in and using their facial scans to tag people in photos.
Yeah.
It's an opt-in service.
Well, I do wonder then if Facebook then in the back end, if I didn't initially subscribe to that and then unsubscribe to that, if they actually delete that data.
Yeah.
To where I did subscribe first, unsubscribe first, but they've already scanned my face, and now you did take the picture of me. Technically, they won't flag it on their website, but on their server end, they did flag it.
Sorry. Fluffy hair guy annoys me beyond the desire to watch the stream. He's a walking double negative anthropomorphism.
Awesome.
Sweet. Don't want him. Go elsewhere. Simple as that.
I'm just happy he thinks my hair's fluffy.
Yeah, it's fluffy.
That's awesome.
I knew. Yeah. I didn't make you watch. You're free to go do whatever you want.
But you can subscribe to House and Brews.
That's totally right. Is your hair less fluffy there? Maybe he'll like you there.
Sometimes, because I forget to take a shower and I'm like, I gotta produce a video really soon. Mm-hmm. And I wear a hat on that every now and then. I wear a hat here. Should I wear a hat? Would me wearing a hat on this show entice you more to watch this show, this stream?
He's worn a hat before.
I've worn it before. I have a hood. Would the hood help you?
That's right.
I could put it on. Would you sub? Would you become a Discord member and pay Jeff if I put the hood on? Let us know in the comments.
He'll sing for you. He'll dance for you.
I'll do whatever it takes. I could put it in a ponytail.
But seriously, don't like it. Don't watch. You do you.
Boo-boo.
Hey, boo-boo. All right. Anyone else entertained by both overhead mics showing in tonight's show?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I got the stand, the boom, and your boom.
A little bit of boom. Honestly, I framed it up really quick, and I didn't care tonight. So, for those who have been watching the show, we finally closed on our house today.
Yeah, if you haven't figured it out from the 2 conversations of us talking about it.
Yeah, we finally closed on the house today. I am so tired. I have been going to the house the last 5 days or so because we were supposed to close last Monday, like before Thanksgiving. And it got extended for circumstances outside of my control, and then we were supposed to close again over the weekend. That got extended. We were supposed to close Monday. That got extended. So I've been on like pins and needles for like 10 days waiting for a call from the title company to go, okay, we can do this now. And finally we got that call yesterday afternoon. We signed this morning, but it got to the point where we asked the homeowners if we could just rent the property from them so we could start moving. Because we had painters and a couple contractors lined up to go
make
changes.
One month's rent. What's that going to take?
Right, exactly. And so I ended up writing them a check for I think 11 days rent or something like that, just to get it done, just so we could start moving our stuff in. And our painters could start. So our painters are actually finishing tomorrow morning, which is fantastic. But we just closed today, so even if I had the painter lined up, he wouldn't be starting until tomorrow. I'm moving in on Saturday. Like John and Rhett and Steve are coming to help me build my studio on Saturday.
I actually had to confirm with his wife to be like, there's going to be pizza and beer there, right? Because I'm not showing up.
Yes, there will be pizza and beer there. I've actually already arranged that. And not friggin' Budweiser.
I was like, I can't wait to like move one thing and be like, hang on, guys, I gotta go have a drink.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it's all of us. That's how it's all going to
go. That one desk is going to
consume.
It's going to take like 5 hours to move.
Right.
And then we're like, we're too drunk to do this.
Yeah.
Let's just do a video of like setting up Jeff's office.
Yep. So there will be a video on Saturday shenanigans that will probably devolve into whatever they devolve into. But that is coming to the channel here very soon. But yeah, the long and short of it is, there's booms in the shop because I'm really tired because I've been driving back and forth moving things for the last 5 or 6 days.
Too bad you didn't have an electric truck.
Yeah. Well, I could have done the whole trip on the $38,000 Tesla, so I don't know what you're complaining about.
You mean the $70,000?
No, the $38,000.
$38,000 only like a 200-mile range.
Right.
You couldn't have done that on one charge.
And IKEA has a supercharger.
Oh yeah,
I could have gone.
How long were you at IKEA?
I was there 2.5 hours.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I would have been fully charged by the time.
Yeah, you would have been fully charged.
So
you're just gonna park at Walmart every day, free charge.
Why not? Right.
Walk
but
home.
No, I could have done that whole trip because when I got to IKEA, I was only at 160 miles.
Okay, keep making whatever. I'll stop making points.
So I'm just saying.
Whatever.
It's more practical than you think.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So Jeff's moving. That's awesome.
Yes, finally. Next Wednesday.
Awesome new studio coming really soon. Awesome bunch of videos. If anyone was
with a wet bar that will be right there.
Yes. So anyone that has been like wanting really good content, it will be coming soon, and it's going to be fantastic. Trust me, Jeff has been talking it up. It's going to be good content, and it's going to be worth the wait. It really will be. Yeah.
Better be. It's been 6 months in the making.
I mean, essentially, that's the reason he's bought this house, is for better content for you guys. That is one of the that was like top of his priority of looking for a house, was for better content for you guys.
Yep.
So
it was near the top. That and my commute is almost 40 minutes shorter.
Yeah. Well, essentially, it gives you more time to content.
It's going to save me an hour and 20 minutes per day, just in driving.
Yeah.
And so a lot of good stuff coming. So stay tuned, subscribe, join the Patreon, all that fun stuff.
All right, let's get to the last one. We can...
Yes. AMD, continuing on with their processor market dominance. They kind of started with the mid-tier, going after the $200 and $300 Intel processors. With second generation, they started going a little closer to the higher end. With third generation, they basically taken over the entire Intel product stack, save for one, and that was the super low wattage mobile chips that were inside of the Intel NUCs. But no more!
Nope.
If you wanted a NUC that was AMD powered with Vega graphics built in, you are in luck. AMD has announced in collaboration with ASRock basically a NUC form factor board powered by AMD APUs.
Yeah. Multiple boards.
Yeah, multiple boards, multiple configurations depending on your needs. Dual gigabit Ethernet. They've got COM ports. They've got ones with HDMI and DisplayPort. They've got ones with dual DisplayPort out, USB 3, USB-C. The list goes on embedded features.
Yeah.
Now, Intel has been the dominant force in these tiny, small brick-style computers.
I even have one.
Right.
I like them.
I've got one.
Yeah.
I ran one out in my garage for years for a system to throw
just
manuals and blueprints and things like that up on. For I need to fix my lawnmower, and I don't want to bring my iPad out into the garage, so I just had a monitor mounted to the wall with a NUC on the wall.
That's exactly that's exactly
how
what
I use it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so not only AMD Zen architecture, but Vega APUs on board. They're going to be starting with the embedded V1000 and R1000 processors, which scale from 6 watts up to 54 watts of on-chip power. And they're all pin compatible, so all of these can go on the same... now, these are BGA only. These are soldered directly to the board.
Yeah.
But all of the chips are compatible with all of these boards. So no matter what features you want, they'll have either a 6 watt up to a 54 watt chip to power it.
Yeah.
So...
No price range, but I'm betting these are probably going to be right in that exact same NUC area.
Probably pretty affordable.
Yeah.
Time lapse for the new set build. I don't know if I'm going to do a time lapse, although I do have my GoPro ready to rock. But there will definitely be some footage coming.
I don't know. We can use our two camera Sonys and dual angle time lapse.
There you go.
There's built-in time lapse features.
Yep. So no, actually, most of it I'm going to shoot on my new Cinecam because I can.
Yeah, shut up. I thought about buying that, just didn't want it.
Now you got a new camera.
I got a new camera. I thought about buying that, but I didn't. There are aspects, one being price, that I liked about the other one better. Yeah. So this will.
You got a killer deal.
I got a killer deal.
You really did. Yeah. So stay tuned to Hops and Brews if you want to find out what camera he got, or join the Discord because I'm sure we'll be
We'll be talking about that real soon, pretty much tomorrow.
Heard one of them has a Vega 20 CU in it, and that's exactly what I'm hoping for as well. Some kind of home theater PC box with a Vega 20 on board.
You could do really
which
good,
is GTX 1060 level performance in a 54 watt package. Oh, hells yes.
I mean, essentially you could have a semi-decent gaming PC this big.
Right.
Literally you could just mount it to the back of your monitor, and that's it. Yep. The room, the space. Yep. I might even get one of these just for my wife as a browser.
Yep. My wife actually used my NUC for quite a while just for that. That was her primary PC. She needed a PC downstairs by her sewing desk, and that fit the bill.
Yeah. I mean, how many people do actually need those all-in-ones with the CD? I mean, really, that's all it is. It's just hey, I just need the CD-ROM.
Right.
Buy a monitor, $100 monitor, and one of the NUC. Yep. Or now these. This is what I'll probably end up getting.
Right. Little accelerated graphics on the side.
Exactly. If you wanted to do something really nice.
Yep.
And actually, so good high-speed internet. Good. Heck, if you want to do dual monitor on these, it'd be great.
Dual 4K.
Yeah, do 4K displays.
Yep.
So.
No, this is really exciting. I'm excited to see AMD going after the last segment that Intel still holds
something on.
So,
yeah. No, this is again. We've been talking about this for months of just AMD just ripping Intel a new one.
I see what you did there. Even if you didn't.
I didn't.
All right. I think that does it for the news tonight. Like I said, kind of a slow week, but hopefully an entertaining show nonetheless.
Well, one guy didn't like it.
One guy didn't like it. Oh, it was your hair.
I know. Next time.
Fluffy over there. Yeah.
Yeah, is that better?
For only $1 a day.
For only $1 a day, you can sponsor this kid to have flat hair.
Yeah. Costs more than $1 a day.
You know what? I will admit.
Costs more than $1 a day to give him drinks, though. I'll tell you that much.
I will say, and I bet no one notices, I got a haircut.
I didn't notice.
I got a haircut. I got an inch and a half cut off.
Wow.
No one noticed.
So did I, actually.
I noticed last week. I noticed that. I was like, wow, Jeff got a haircut.
Mm-hmm. I got it just in time for the temperature to drop from like 45 for a low to 25, and holy crap, that was bad timing.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it's been hats in the morning. Otherwise, I just freeze to death trying to get the ice off the car.
No, I'm probably going to cut off actually, the reason I didn't cut off a lot is another video idea I have. Yeah, and you're going to hate it.
I know.
Because I'm going to make you drink it.
You've told me about it.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
But, yeah. No, that's coming soon. I just needed some split ends taken off.
Yeah.
So questions, Q&A, what's going on? If you've opened up another drink, let us know what you've had. Literally, previous questions, IT stuff, beard stuff during the show. How do you...
IT, networking, gaming, computing, networking,
just pop culture. We got stuff to talk about, all of that. You basically got 20 minutes.
Nice Bryce says, I remember when Jeff claimed over 16, and I'm assuming compute units, wouldn't be possible on an APU if I remember correctly. I never said that, I don't think.
If you could reference
because
it,
I was always jealous of Intel getting the 20 compute unit APU with the Vega 20 on the 8709G. And I said it was totally possible, AMD's just not doing it. So that might have been what you meant there. Jeff could fart in a mic and I wouldn't care.
Oh, really? I thought it was going to be loving the hair, wondering how Jeff controls himself not running his fingers through it.
John actually has longer hair than my wife.
I sometimes wonder how I don't run my fingers through my hair all the time.
I'm too sexy for yes. Yeah. Swim on a Cardi Gold Reserve single malt scotch.
Ooh. I will state, there was a special beer I was thinking of buying because it was a scotched peated.
But instead you bought this.
I did because I didn't think you were worthy of it. No, maybe next time. It was a peated scotch barrel aged. A rye. It was also rye beer. It was a rye stout, peated scotch, barrel-aged beer. It was expensive. But I picked it up, I was like, this just screams Jeff.
Yeah.
I bet this is a smoky beer that it was actually not smoked, but it's going to taste it. Maybe I bring it on the next time I'm on.
Yeah. You owe me after this one.
I don't know. This wasn't bad. It was more of this that was the disappointment.
Yep. You remember me asking advice on a new GPU a couple months ago? Well, I bought a used GTX 1070. Excellent GPU. I flipping love the 1070. For a high-end 1440p gaming card that's not going to really break the bank on you. I mean, it's hard to beat that. I'm assuming you paid somewhere between $200 and $260, and either way, you got a great deal. Yeah. If you paid a little more than that, you probably overpaid, but at the same time, you're getting into like GTX 1660 Ti range at like $330 or RTX 2060, and honestly, those perform about the same with different memory.
Yeah. So
yeah, if you paid about that much, you got a smoking deal. Great card.
Yeah.
Great card.
Someone wants to know if we have been playing any new games. I would probably say for the both of us, been too busy.
Yes.
But there is a gaming channel on Discord that
Yes.
we constantly invite people to. People are constantly play games or they're talking about games.
Yep.
But right now, I would say between you and myself, we're just... And the holiday season.
And the holidays in general,
yeah.
I actually picked up Madden 20. I've been playing that on PC lately. Just it's a game that I can sit down for like 20 minutes, play a game, and then
Just
walk away
playing a
from.
match and walk
yeah,
away.
just play an exhibition game. I love football. I miss playing football on PC. It's been since 2008 that I've been able to play a football game on PC, and so it works. I'm not the biggest fan of the game or the mechanics. There's a couple things I dislike, and it's a traditional Madden game where if you up the difficulty, all that happens is the PC starts cheating.
So, blitzing, and somehow that catch is caught. Interception.
Right. A half second before the running back hits a hole, all of a sudden, all 5 of your offensive linemen let go of the blocks.
Yeah.
And all of the defensive linemen just kind of go whoop and sweep down. It's like, screw it.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that a little bit. I'm frustrated with it, but it's kind of scratching that itch for like a 20-minute gameplay. Outside of that, Rocket League, I'll jump onto that for 15, 20 minutes a night.
No.
But I get about 15 to 20 minutes every night where I just come in, I decompress, I play a random game for a short amount of time, and then I go to bed.
No.
But I do have already downloaded Red Dead Redemption 2. It releases on Steam tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
It's already pre-downloaded on mine. I bought it because it's going to be a benchmark title. I have to be able to benchmark it. And beyond that, the Halo Master Chief Collection recently released on Steam as well. Halo Reach came out.
Oh.
And you can pick that up.
Yeah.
So that's been the one that I've seen
VR,
a lot of people jamming on. Not VR, but keyboard and mouse support for Halo Reach.
Okay. I'm thinking Half-Life 2, sorry.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people
When you said
jamming
Reach,
on
I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
No, actually, the only thing I've been doing was the Raspberry Pi 4. I went and did the retro and just been checking out the comparison between 3 and 4, actually.
Right.
That's, again, 20 minutes, and that's all I got. So I was like, oh, I want to play a game I know.
Uh-huh.
And then I want to play a game. Can I play this smoother on the Retro Pi? What are the tweaks? And it's mostly actually not even playing the game, it's more tweaking. Like, oh, let me tweak this for 20 minutes. What can I do?
Right. What's y'all's opinion on the RX 470 Nitro Plus? I love the Nitro series cards. The RX 470 is still a baller card. High-end 1080p, mid-range 1440. You can get it for about $100. It's a solid card still today. I did a review on some Chinese market RX 470s that I cleaned up. They were an RX 470D. I flashed them to a standard RX 470, and they actually outperformed my RX 570 that I bought for the purpose of that particular review. So solid card. Solid card. What's the RS card back there? Oh, this guy. This is my 1080 Ti. So it's my RS Extreme 1080 Ti, triple fan. Runs great. Been very, very happy with this card. This is probably going to live in one of my new gaming systems. I'm actually going to have multiple gaming systems in the new house. One for playing VR and games out in the garage. Another for playing in the living room. And then possibly one downstairs.
Next to the wet bar?
Yeah.
No!
Right.
Oh, that'd be
Only
the
this side
bar,
of the room.
the bar simulator. So it's like, oh,
Right.
yeah.
But I'm going to have a space specifically for VR in the new house. Down in the studio, it's going to be like a gaming PC or whatever my benchmark PC is at the time. And then I'm also going to have my streaming PC and my editing PC down in the new studio. So Madden 20, is that the one with Patrick Mahomes? It is indeed.
Is. Yes.
Irony of irony, I started a new franchise with the Detroit Lions because I'm a Lions fan because I'm a glutton for punishment. And I was playing a preseason game, and Matthew Stafford tore his abdominal muscle or something like that, and so he's out 7 weeks. It's like, son of a, I can't get away from it!
So it's just like real life.
What the hell? Yeah. Yeah.
So the algorithm is actually quite good.
Yeah, so instead I've been playing with
What's his name?
No, because I set my franchise to like auto draft and auto trade.
Oh, okay.
And so they traded me for who was the Broncos quarterback last couple of years.
Oh, I don't remember last couple of years. It's Falco now, but
yeah, they traded for Falco.
Yeah, but he got hurt. It was a rookie.
Yeah, Brock Osweiler.
Yeah.
Brock Osweiler. Yeah. So my computer traded me I think our linebacker for Brock Osweiler. And so Brock Osweiler has been my starter for the Detroit Lions. Oh my god, it's terrible. He's got like a 45 QBR rating. I'm winning in rushing simply because Anderson is healthy. It's pathetic. Yeah. So even when I'm playing the game, I can't escape from being Detroit.
We're up 17. Ah.
Yeah.
We just gave that away on the 4th.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was someone asking. There it is. There's an episode about your camera kit, but not an episode how you produce talking heads.
You know, I've never gone into that on like my streaming setup. Maybe I'll get into that with the new house. And actually, my camera kit has changed. We'll say drastically, because the last time I did my camera kit was with my Sony a6000 and my 18-105 lens right here. This is what I took CES last year. Fantastic bit of kit. I really liked this. Also the A5100.
It's a nice looking camera.
Nice looking camera. About 2 months after I said I didn't want to upgrade to 4K yet, I upgraded to 4K. I bought a Fuji X-T3, and I bought it just for the body, just to adapt some lenses onto, because the video recording quality on this is second to none, although the usability as far as a video workflow is not terrific. There's a couple things I like about this, a couple things I don't like. But great camera, served me well for better part of 9 or 10 months. That camera is the Zcam E2. It's a new cinema camera.
That'll probably last you a while.
$2,000 body. It's about $3,500 for the kit that I've got on it right now. 4K up to 160 FPS. Right now, what you're seeing is my Sigma 18-35 f1.8, the art lens, the YouTuber of YouTubers lenses. It's a good camera. Yeah, I've been really happy with that. So I will be going over some of the new camera kit. I did a live unboxing of the camera kit on Twitter or on Twitch. About a month and a half ago, right after I got that. But you will be seeing a lot of that camera in upcoming videos.
No.
What else we got? 5700 XT or 2070 Super. Boy. That's a tough one. That really is a tough one. I think that's where the most competition is at right now. I think you can make a pretty good argument for either one, because I don't think they're going to be that drastically different from one another as far as raw performance goes. I think you're going to be 5% up on one depending on the game.
Yeah.
So,
well, then what are you going for? Are you wanting to that claim to fame of I have the Intel and it's Intel, or
well, you've got NVIDIA or AMD, but
yeah.
But with the 2070 Super, you do get RTX. I know it's only available in like 5 games, but it is a point. And so if you want to play games that have RTX, or are looking at future games that are going to release with RTX specs, it might not be a bad idea to go with the 2070 Super. But at the same time, the 5700 XT, you can get that as low as $400. Whereas 2070 Super is upwards of the $450 and $500. And they're within spitting distance of each other, with very similar memory specs, very similar everything else. If you're a streamer, if you're streaming at all, absolutely go NVIDIA, because their hardware encoding with NVENC is off the chart, and beats AMD handily for quality and compression and usability. If you're just a gamer, I'd opt to go for the AMD. Save yourself $120 or something like that, and get a card that performs on par with the other one.
I like Becky in Discord said, how do I produce talking heads? Have friends bring beer. Turn on camera. Chat while drinking beer. The end. Well, no, that's not true, because he's got to get the stream working first.
Yeah.
But other than that, then yes.
YouTube has to cooperate along the way.
It's turn on camera, fight with YouTube for 30 minutes, then chat while drinking
The conversation for about 3 hours before Talking Heads goes live is, hey, what do you want me to bring?
Yeah.
And it's amazing, because I never asked them to bring anything. All I ever asked, all 3 of them, was, hey, I'm going to do a live show. We're going to be drinking beer, and we're going to be talking tech and whatnot, and would you be interested in being on it? And all 3 of them said, absolutely, that sounds like a hell of a good time. And the very first show was actually me and Rhett above John's Tap House, and so we just went downstairs and poured ourselves a couple of pints.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And went upstairs, and that was fantastic. The second one was live from my house with John, and John goes, so what do I bring to this? I said, I don't know, what do you got? And he brought a couple of craft beers, and I think all we drank was John's beers. And that's how it's been like ever
Yeah,
since.
it was just like, oh, okay, well, you're providing the camera and the stream and the information. We'll provide the beers.
And they've always provided the beer, and I've never questioned it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he should with me.
Right.
Now, because...
I've paid for it a couple times,
Yes.
but I've never questioned where the beer came from. So. All right. And Steve says it's a lot of hard work picking out the beer. Yeah, it totally is. Totally is.
Well, a lot of times, too, it's like, oh, we had that one. Mm-hmm. We actually, earlier on, had to create a list of, we've already had this beer.
Yeah.
We actually do have a shared file of, had this beer already, don't have it again.
Yeah, and at least for the first couple of beers that we have on each show, it will never be a repeat.
Yeah.
We've had like a popular beer or a common beer.
A couple of Ninkasi were like, hey, I didn't have time to go to the bottle shop today.
The Pray for Snow.
The Pray for Snow.
We've had that on here a couple times.
Dawn of the Red 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
You know, Tricera hops 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a couple like, hey, standard, but they're good. But majority of the time, if you could find probably more than 3, us having a beer 3 times, that's probably going to be 1 episode.
I don't know that we've ever had one 3.
Yeah, exactly.
We've had some too. But it's never the primary beer. It's always like, we've had this one before, but here it is at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's actually a big part of it. Is part of this whole thing with craft computing. Is I wanted to introduce you all to what we do, and we don't buy the same beers all the time. Like when Ninkasi comes, or when 10 Barrel comes out with their Pray for Snow pack, I buy one of those packs a year because it's one of my favorite seasonal beers.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I'm buying onesie, twosie, or 4-packs, and I'll buy the 4-pack, and then I won't buy it again for another 3 or 4 years.
Exactly.
And I know you're the same way.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
So, yeah, we'll eventually have some repeats on here, but that's only because we're running out of beer that I can actually buy at my bottle shop.
Oh yeah, and then there's times where like, that's a $25 beer. I wanted to save that for something different. Not to just like pour it here.
I actually got to the point recently where I needed to do a video, and in my fridge, the only thing I had were the Fremont Dark Stars.
Oh yeah.
I had 3 of those in my fridge.
Ooh.
I had 2 Goose Islands, one of them from 2017, one of them from 2018. I had a Dragon's Milk, which was like the cheapest bottle in there at $12. I mean, go down the list of like the nice beers.
Yeah.
That I have.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Yeah.
I didn't have.
And you're just
anything.
like, I don't want to drink any. I don't want to like do this right now. I just want a nice, easy beer to drink.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That Steve is actually technically. I know he was joking, but it is actually technically correct. Of like, it is hard to choose because on top of that, we don't want to get smashed.
Right.
On this show, we don't want to have. Here's a 12% bourbon barrel aged, and here's another 12% bourbon barrel aged. It's like, okay, here's a 7%. Decent beer.
We do try to keep the ABV pretty level around here.
I mean, we do a special every now and then. But for the majority,
if we have a heavy beer, we'll have a couple of lagers. If we have 2 lagers, we'll end with a heavy beer. It's just kind of like, or we'll try to keep it like 3-7% over 2.5 hours.
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly.
Right.
It's over time too. It's, we're not chugging this down and bottle slamming this.
Jason.
We're not drinking Bud Light. Oh, I'm gonna bring Bud Light Orange next time. For bits.
Now accepting applications.
For bits, I'm gonna bring Bud Light. But it could be horrible, and then we could actually diss him live, which I'm pretty sure it is horrible.
You're not talking me into this.
It's not about talking. I just buy it, and you are into it.
Crap.
Because I will bring nothing else to be like, Jeff, either you supply me with one of your Dark Stars, or we're drinking Bud Light Orange.
How many Dark Stars did you want? Because I still have 2 of them in there. I did crack open a Bourbon County Stout for Thanksgiving. Shared that with some of my family.
New one or?
It was a 2018.
Okay.
It was a 2018 standard.
Okay.
So it was a 1 year aged.
1 year aged.
Yeah.
No.
But they really appreciated that.
Yeah. No, I think actually from what I heard, the new ones, they got early release this year, and but I heard that the regular one is good, but it needs like a year or 2 of aging.
Yeah.
Is what I heard.
It's a little raw.
Yeah, it's a little raw is what I heard. I only got 1, and I was like, you know what? I know in like end of this month, there's going to be a bunch more released because people were just holding on to it. So I'll wait, and if I get an extra one, then I'll bring it on here.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not going to do a review because it came out early for all these other states, and everyone posted reviews a week early. So I was like, I'm going to save mine. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to save mine. I got my beer advent calendar.
Yep.
Any more? Or what do you want to do?
Yeah. I think that's about it. Anything you want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
Throughout the week?
Nope.
Cool.
Subscribe to Discord.
Yeah. Join the Patreon down below. Subscribe to Hops and Brews if you like the beer content. Actually, we're going to be filming a beer episode now.
Don't tell them that, Jeff.
Well, they can know.
They can know. Well, if you join in Discord, you'll be able to see it first thing, because usually I end up posting first places I posted Discord.
That's right.
So,
but yeah. So yeah, we're going to be filming an episode now. Yeah, other than that, as soon as tomorrow rolls around, I'm actually taking like everything that you see down. There's already a lot out of this office that's been moved. Packing up the camera, packing up the tripod, all the lights, and getting those moved to the new place so we can set them up on Saturday.
I'm not looking forward to doing this again.
Yeah, neither am I. That's why I bought a house. So I don't have to do this again. All right. This has been it for episode 109 here on Talking Heads, your once weekly live show for the latest in beer and tech news every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Pacific time right here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully YouTube sucks a little less. And as always, we'll see you right here. Later all.
See you guys.